Our next story features a 12-year-old Tampa, Florida boy who had the courage to stand by his convictions when everyone else around him doubted him. But when rapist Billy Browning was arrested, that boy became the man of the hour.
I was watching the program, and then for a fact, I knew it was him. And the day after, my mom told my grandma, and then she picked up the phone and called, because I was scared a lot.
Joey Miller doesn't have to be scared anymore, now that he's put a dangerous fugitive behind bars. We first picked up Billy Browning's story in the Gulfside city of Biloxi, Mississippi, a place where shipyard workers come and go. When Browning came looking for work, he was hired on the spot, no questions asked. No one knew he was a fugitive on the run and wanted in Alabama for the rape of his own cousin in 1990.
Bill Browning is such a manipulator that he works his way in to someone's friendship, and then when they least expect it, he springs on them.
Police say 17-year-old April Rumenap knew Browning through her family. When Browning asked her to go with him to pick up a truck in Alabama, she agreed to help out.
Bill I looked up to as a father type because me and my father didn't get along. And Bill was there. And I thought I was doing him a favor by helping him to get this car.
As we showed you in our reenactment, Browning drove across the Alabama state line deep into the woods. April slept through the 6-hour trip and awoke to a living nightmare. There was no truck to pick up. Police say Browning brought April into an old, dilapidated house, raped her, then drove her home.
Bill Browning violated my trust and stuff, and I feel that I'd be running from him if I didn't try to get him for what he did.
The next day, April reported the attack to the police. Browning didn't get away with it. He was arrested 2 months later in Mississippi, brought back to Alabama to the Clay County Jail, and indicted on multiple counts of rape, sodomy, and kidnapping. But he escaped in October after only 6 months in jail. Browning fled to Tampa, Florida. Once again, he found work in a shipyard, this time under a new name, Andy Thompson.
About 5 or 6 months ago, he come in the yard here, and he was trying to raise a little money to get some groceries with, so he was looking for a job, so we let him fill out an application, and then we hired him on.
Browning moved into a trailer park, next door to young Joey Miller. Joey stayed up to watch our broadcast and was shocked to see his neighbor Andy on America's Most Wanted.
I looked at it, I freaked out. I just thought I knew right there it was him. I was afraid for my sister and all the other girls and women in the trailer park. I didn't want anybody else to get hurt.
Joey doesn't get upset, you know, real easy. And he was just so upset, he insisted, Grandma, please call. It was Andy. I know it was Andy.
Joey's grandmother, Janet, called our hotline. But no one was certain Andy Thompson was really Billy Browning until 3 days later when the truth came out.
While I was over to a friend's house, my daughter had called me, and she said, Mother, she said, Andy's trying to take some things out of the trailer.
That's when Janet told her daughter to call the police. Here's her actual call to 911.
David, police? Yes, ma'am. I'm not sure how to explain it. About a week ago on America's Most Wanted list. Yeah. The gentleman that they were showing resembles the gentleman that was here in the park. And he was just seen sneaking stuff out of his trailer. And I mean, my oldest son got terrified when he seen it on TV because there was, I mean, they could have been identical twins. She's seen this guy on America's Most Wanted break.
We were out patrolling in our zones when we got the call. They sent 2 cars.
We're going to be going over to lot 22 now. They're advising that this subject does have a handgun in the trailer.
We started walking towards the trailer. It was dark out. Officer Yana got a shotgun out of his car, and then we started to walk through the trailers to go to the trailer that he was supposed to be staying in. We looked to the right and saw a man standing there.
Browning spotted the police. He took off running.
We started to go into foot pursuit after him. Officer Yonda looked underneath the trailer and spotted Browning underneath the trailer right away using his flashlight.
Cochran pulled Browning from beneath the trailer, and the chase was over.
Going to clear the air and tell the other officers that it's 10-4.
And so a dangerous criminal was safely behind bars, all due to the courage of one young boy.
I thought it was my friend at first, but when I saw him on TV, I was just trying to tell my grandma to call.
He was scared, but after talking with him, and he seems to be somewhat relieved now and can probably go on to being a normal little boy.
I hope that the other people out there that he's hurt can sleep now because he's put behind a maximum security system. I know I can.
Yeah, definitely I can. I feel much easier knowing that he's behind bars now. I think that he should go away for a long time so he can't hurt anybody else.
I think the young 12-year-old Joey in Tampa, Florida, that called this in, he ought to be congratulated. And as a matter of fact, when I do go to pick Browning up, I'd like to meet him and shake his hand and thank him.
And on Wednesday, Chief Investigator Rod Hanvey got that chance.
For your bravery and courage, which led to the arrest of the fugitive Billy Browning, we'd like to present this plaque to you because you have made a difference. Do you understand the difference you've made? Well, we thank you for your bravery, and I wish that we could get a lot of adults to have the guts that this 12-year-old has. We thank you.
Thank you, sir.
That's my grandson. It's my hero. A lot of other people's hero too, aren't you?
Joey's a hero to a lot of people, including me. I'm proud of you, Joey, for getting Browning off the street. It's a good lesson to all of us adults. Listen to those kids. Stay with us. We'll be right back.